I've never seen my brows look this good. Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm actually doing something different. This is actually a brow routine, how to feathery brow edition. I'll link in the description box down below. One of my friends actually thought of a really good idea to actually do a makeup tutorial that is actually more precise and more defined. So shout out to Avery. And shout out to my friend Avery, and I loved how these brows really turned out. I used the Benefit Cosmetics Goof Proof Brow Pencil and then the Benefit Cosmetics 24-Hour Brow Setter, which I really do love, and these are just so more defined and precise and cleaned. And I really actually did have a lot of fun filming this, and I actually did enter into the Benefit Brow Search this year, and I'm so excited. I have a lot more confidence. And so much to me if you guys could follow my makeup Instagram, and if you guys could tag Benefit Cosmetics in my recent post, it would mean the absolute world to me. So guys, this will be my first voiceover ever, so I hope you guys like this video. Without further ado, let's get right into this brow tutorial. Well, hello there. This is my first voiceover, but Preston wanted to get into the video. I love you so much, Press. Look how cute he is. I can't. So I'm first brushing through my brows. I am using the Benefit Cosmetics Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade number 4. Then what I like to do is I like to start lining the bottom of my brow to get the shape of it. And this brow is actually my good brow. So then when I get the bottom shape of my brow good, then I will start going on to the top and shaping it into the tail as you see here. It does get a little harsh at first, but we will blend that out with a spoolie as I am doing right now. And as you can see, we're already getting that gradient faded effect, which you guys know I love using a brow pencil. And now I'm going lightly. You want to make sure you go lightly in the inner part of your brow because you don't want that boxy look. We're not going for that look. That look is not cute at all. So what I'm doing is I'm lightly stroking, doing light hair-like strokes in the inner part of my brow to make it that faded ombre effect. And then I am brushing them upwards with a spoolie very lightly and going through all the hairs. And then if I see some sparse edges or any spaces in my brows, then I will go in with the pencil again, brushing through my brows and filling in any sparse or empty spaces I had while doing this. And I'm just getting that arch, and that is my left brow, which you guys know is my favorite. So now we're going to be going my right brow, and this brow used to be my favorite, but I've been really struggling with this one because it's thin on the lower. So what I'm doing now is, for this one I kind of go the different route. I actually do the top first and actually shape it out first on the top so I have an idea. And then as you can see, I am brushing through the top, and then I start to do the arch, and then I start to just blend it out with my pencil and then with the spoolie. You want to just make sure you have very light hands while doing this. Okay, so now I'm just still filling in all of the sparse hairs on this brow, and I'm just blending it up with a spoolie. This one takes me a lot longer than my other brow just because this one's a lot of a harder brow because it's, I don't know if you could tell, but it's just so thin. And so yeah, so now you mostly want to, on the inner corner, on the inner brow, do you see how I'm just doing lightly strokes, kind of like a spoolie? That's what you want to do mostly. And this is the brow I really have to watch because we don't want, again, that boxy look. And you just want to make sure you brush through the hairs. I feel like every single time after you fill them in, brows are blend. You just want to keep blending up with your spoolie. And right now I'm still working on the inner part of my brow. I'm just filling in the hairs, seeing if there's any sparse hairs that need to be filled in. And then I'm still working on the arch a little bit. I'm just still blending. This takes time, but I feel like brows just complete your look. Okay, so now I'm still just brushing them up, and those are the brows. So now I'm cleaning them up using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 5 Ivory. And what I start with is I start a very thin line on the lower part on the underbrow. So you want to make sure that when you're doing your concealer, you are being very precise and very careful with this, because how you're shaping these is how it's actually going to go. And you just have to blend it out. And then I'm going to be using a Morphe Chubby Buffer Brush just to blend it out. You can blend it out with a beauty sponge, a brush, your fingers. So now I know you guys, I know you guys know, if you've been watching me, you guys know how much I hate shaping up top because that's the Instagram baddie brow, which I hate. But I get the leftover product from that concealer that I shaped my underbrows, and then I just get a little bit on the outer part because I want that look to still look precise and sharp. So that's my left brow. Now going on to my right brow is I'm doing the same exact thing. Just want to be very careful. Do you see how careful I'm being? And the brush I'm using is my ride or die for shaping my brows. This is the Morphe M421. So you just want to make sure you are very careful with this part because just like I just said, how you're shaping these with the concealer is how your brows are going to be, kind of just like brow setter. So you just want to make sure you're being very careful. And I'm just blending it out again with the brush. And then I'm shaping the up top again. I saw on this, I don't know if you can guys see it, but I messed up a little bit on the tail with the concealer. I went a little bit overboard. I went over my brow, so you will see me fixing that problem. So that's what I'm just doing now. I'm just looking at it and just blending it out. I get really into it when I do my brows, guys, if you guys can tell. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just blend, blend, blend. Just shaping them and making them look precise. And now after I shape them, I always blend it upwards with a spool and I look at them and see if we need to assess the situation, and I fill them in a little bit. Any of the sparse hairs that I need to fill in that was covered by concealer. I'm just doing that as you guys can see. This is how the brows look so far, guys. I love them so much. I love the precise brows too. So as you can see here, I'm using the Benefit Cosmetics 24-Hour Brow Setter. I love this brow setter because of how the applicator is, and I just brush them upwards still to get that feathery brow effect, even though we are still going for that precise look. I just love this brow setter so much, and it stays on all day long. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching my brow routine on precise brows using the Benefit Cosmetics Goof Proof Brow Pencil and the 24-Hour Brow Setter. I know I actually do have makeup on now. I'm actually filming two makeup tutorials for you guys, and I really hope you liked this. And if this is your first time stopping by, hi, welcome. My name is Chloe, and before you leave here, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel down below to be part of the family, and make sure, if you guys liked this video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up so I know you like these kinds of videos, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys!